My own feedback on the movie is that I like the movie. Sally Fields, very famous actress. She was the female reporter. Paul Newman, who was Michael Gallagher, also a very, very famous actor. And also the guy who played Rosen, I think he was the head of the strike force, Bob Balaban. He's another favorite actor of mine. He has appeared in a lot of Christopher Guest films. And Bob Balaban also has a long, long Hollywood history. Okay, so my comments on the movie. I think including the issue of the woman having an abortion is really the central issue. There's a number of ethical issues in the movie, but that's the really big, big, big one. Should you have included that, or should Sally Fields have included that in the story? And I don't think she should have. I'm going to come down and say, I don't think she should have. If you are a good reporter, a resourceful reporter, you could find ways to verify that information without revealing that someone had an abortion. Maybe there's phone records, motel check-in records, something like that. So I think if you're a good reporter, once you get that bit of information, you could have found some information without having to reveal this information about a woman who is not a public figure at all. And then the other issue is about Michael Gallagher. Is he a public figure or not? If he's a public figure, as we've learned and as we have read, if you are a public figure, there's a different standard about defamation. Is he a public figure simply because he has been accused of committing murder, committing a crime, or is he an actual public figure? That's a good question. That's a good question. I don't think that you should be able to. I don't think you should be able to accuse someone of a crime and then claim, therefore, because they are accused of a crime, they are now a public figure held to this different standard. I don't think that's fair. But in this movie, I think it's kind of interesting. So I think the big ethical dilemma here is revealing the abortion information. And there's also, wiretapping, how do we accumulate information? And if someone reveals information to you, even if it's police or a member of a strike force or something like that, do you trust that information? Just because some institution like the police gives you information doesn't mean it is necessarily true. Juliana talks about the revelation of information about Teresa Perón that leads to the suicide, and doesn't feel it was correct, does not feel it should have been included. And Juliana says, if Teresa Perón had not committed suicide and had taken the case to court, that she probably would have won. Rinka also noticed the same incident, that revealing this information was probably an ethical violation on behalf of the reporter. Alessandra makes the same observation, but talks about the specific incident I'm reading. The specific incident that I have chosen to write about is when Megan Carter included Teresa Perón's abortion in one of her stories, which resulted in the suicide. I believe this incident connects to chapter 4. I like it when people are very specific. This incident connects to chapter 4, libel and emotional distress, specifically emotional distress in chapter 6, protecting privacy, specifically the privacy tort of private facts. I like that. I like it when people are very, very specific about that. And then finally, Elisa Schilling, if I got your name reasonably correct. The movie Absence of Malice has a lot of incidents that relate back, presented a kind of a nuanced discussion of the same topic, and said, in conclusion, although the information that Megan publicized was on the record, she was irresponsible in handling it, and there was a very negative consequences to her actions. I truly believe she could have found a way to write about Michael's alibi without disclosing a private fact of Teresa that caused such a large amount of emotional distress and even a suicide. Okay, the topic of the week is public relations, the material that is due for Sunday, March 13th. It's about public relations. And even if you're not interested in public relations, even if you are not interested in public relations, watch these videos, because I think you'll learn that there are many, many ethical considerations and other kind of considerations that go into this kind of thing. So that's basically the summary of Absence of Malice, and also what's coming up, the next group of assignments.